Aviation stakeholders have expressed divergent views over a proposed bill seeking to relocate the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau (NSIB) from the Federal Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development to the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation (OSGF). The Ministry of Aviation opposed the proposal during a public hearing in Abuja, organized by the Joint House Committees on Special Duties and Aviation. Representing the ministry, Permanent Secretary Dr. Abubakar Kana urged lawmakers to retain the bureau under the Aviation Ministry, while advocating for a strengthened legal and operational framework to guarantee its functional independence.
The relocation of the office to the Office of the Secretary to the Government would place the Bureau within a non-technical policy coordinating office without the requisite aviation or transportation oversights. While it may have the political support, but it will be lacking in technical activities. This indeed may dilute, the word is may dilute its domain-specific responsiveness. It will impede knowledge sharing and weaken the functional alignment with sector-specific agencies and international partners, as I stated earlier on, the International Civil Aviation Authority under the United Nations. Next is cost and institutional disruption. Honorable members, the administrative and financial implications of such a relocation actually leads to infrastructure, human resource realignment, new reporting lines, and institutional reorientation. These are not only unjustified, but would also constitute an inefficient use of public resources, especially in an era of fiscal constraint that we're experiencing today in Nigeria. Relocating the Bureau to the presidency may inadvertently compromise that independence by exposing it to administrative and political pressures inconsistent with its investigative mandate. Moreover, there are existing statutory checks and balances, including oversight by your humble selves, the National Assembly, public accountability measures that ensures transparency without sacrificing operational autonomy. The Honorable,
However, supporting the bill, the Permanent Secretary for Political and Economic Affairs at the OSGF, Engineer Gagarid Nanungu, argued that the presidency through the SGF offers a centralized coordination structure better suited to host the bureau. He maintained that placing the NSIB under the presidency would promote broader national oversight and institutional independence.
So, strategic case for the bill to be domiciled in the presidency. Distinguished members, permit me to respectfully propose that NSIB be domiciled in the presidency, specifically under OSGF, for the following reasons. Reason number one is neutrality and independence. The Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation is a neutral, coordinating body, not involved in sector-specific operations. Domiciling NSIB under OSGF safeguards its objectivity, free from potential conflict of interest. Cross-sectional oversight. As NSIB covers aviation, rail, maritime, roads, and so on, no single line ministry can provide equal administrative alignment. OSGF is uniquely positioned to provide cross-sectional coordination and executive-level policy support.
Echoing this position, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Dr. Onwunsoro Maduka, emphasized the need for the Bureau to operate independently, especially in the conduct of accident investigations. In his remarks, Honorable Nwamoti Laori, who represented the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, described the amendment as a proactive effort to enhance transport safety and aligns Nigeria's system with global standards.
We support the autonomy for the NSIB. The transfer of the NSIB to the presidency aligns with global best practices for investigative bureaus. This structure will safeguard its impartiality and ensure reports are viewed as credible and free from sectorial influences. 2. Need for clear implementation framework. While the intent of the amendment is laudable, the bill must contain a transition framework to avoid jurisdictional confusion. The ministry recommends a 6 to 12 month transition timeline with clear delegation of functions. 3. Interministerial liaison role. The ministry expresses its readiness to facilitate dialogue between the Federal Ministry of Aviation, the presidency, and other stakeholders to ensure seamless implementation of the amended act. 4. Institutional collaboration. The amendment must not create overlaps with other investigative or regulatory agencies. We advise the establishment of protocols for interagency data sharing, investigative boundaries, and joint briefings when necessary.
He noted that the House is ready to provide the legislative support necessary to strengthen key sectors of the national economy, adding that aviation, land, and marine transport collectively form the backbone of any modern thriving society. Also speaking at the hearing, Chairman of the House Committee on Special Duties, Honorable Agbedi Frederick, described the section as a platform for inclusive governance and constructive dialogue.
This hearing is more than a legislative obligation. It is a vital opportunity for dialogue, partnership, and progress. The amendment before us holds the promise of strengthening the NSIB's capacity to investigate, prevent, and respond more effectively to incidents across aviation, land transportation, marine sector, and beyond. We are here today because we care about the safety of Nigerians.
Sponsor of the bill, Honorable Ishiak Abiodun Akinlade, argued that the Bureau's current placement under the Aviation Ministry hampers its effectiveness due to institutional bottlenecks, lack of independence, and poor interagency coordination across Nigeria's transport regulatory ecosystem.
However, the reason for this amendment is that the effectiveness is hindered by its current placement under the Ministry of Aviation. This limitation undermines the Bureau's ability to fulfill its mandate due to institutional bottlenecks, lack of independence, and fragmented interagency coordinations across Nigeria's transport regulatory ecosystem. Globally, leading accident investigation bodies such as the National Transportation Safety Board in the United States operates as autonomous agency, directly reporting to the highest level of governance. My dear colleagues, the stakeholders, the reason why we are doing this amendment, why I propose the amendment, is to reposition the NSIB and ensure that in line with the act that established them, that they should investigate accidents on air, road, water, railway, by putting them under the Ministry of Aviation, which is just one of the agency is limiting their ability to work.
He listed key challenges confronting the NSIB, including lack of institutional independence, raising concerns about impartiality and operational autonomy, overlapping mandates with agencies such as the FRSC, NCAA, NIMASA, NIWA, and NRC, which operate under different ministries but perform similar accident investigation functions, limited access to high-level decision-making required to resolve interagency conflicts and implement safety recommendations. According to him, the current structure tied to a single ministry restricts the Bureau's autonomy and compromises its credibility. Baba Sunday, Eagles FM News.